Right. So today we're going to talk about, I'm going to demonstrate how to use charcoal and newsprint. And when I say charcoal, I do not mean, let's see here. I do not mean like a charcoal pencil. I don't mean like a charcoal pencil. I mean soft, like charcoal sticks. They look a little bit like this. Really, charcoal is in its essence burnt wood. It feels very light, right? Unlike a pencil, it makes marks, but then you can like kind of get rid of them. See how I'm taking my finger to kind of scrub them out. So it's fantastically forgiving as a medium. It's different. The other kind of charcoal you might run across in a set or something like that, but you do not want to use is something called compressed. Now, compressed is in my left hand. It looks, oh my God, my hand is a mess. Sorry, I'm working on a painting. Ignore the blue. The compressed is in my left hand, and you'll see it looks similar to this piece of charcoal that's in my right hand. And this charcoal could be willow. It's basically burnt wood. So it could be willow or vine, which is grapevine. Could be, my favorite brand is redwood forest trees, redwood trees that have been burnt. I have a student who lives on a farm, and she just literally goes out to this wood pile that she's always burning and grabs stuff off that to use for charcoal. Compressed charcoal is similar, except if you look at the difference of the line. This one I can get rid of. This one I cannot. So compressed charcoal is something you can't get rid of, and therefore you do not want to use it, right? Well, we're fiddling around. We want to have flexibility to be able to get rid of these lines. So if you're not sure, all you need to do is test it on paper. If you put it down like that and you can't get rid of it, that means it's compressed, you don't want to use it. If you lay it down like this and then you can mostly get rid of it, you can cover it up, then that's the kind of charcoal you want to use. So we will, as usual, we'll start with 1 minutes. You can use a pencil, or you can use a pencil, or you can use charcoal, depending on what you've got enough of. As usual, I'm kind of showing you the gesture lines. You can go along with me if you want to on this practice one. We're then going to do 10 more. I'm going to use the charcoal a lot the same way I use right, here's my, so you do this with me just to practice. And this figure, not only is she, I'd say, kind of fairly easy, you can see the planes really broken up. So it's almost like they're two tin cans sitting on top of each other. Hips, knees. This is a lovely pose. If you have time, you can maybe get some of her hair in. All right. So are you two ready to draw? 10, let's get into the zone. Let's get into the zone. Would it be easier if I started this class at 15 minutes past the hour, or is that too late?
No, that'd be okay with me.
All right, let me see.
My kids leave at like 5 to 6. So.
Oh, okay. So that might actually work better for you. Tonight and next week, I'm teaching a class that starts at exactly at 8 o'clock. It starts exactly on the hour, so I can't do it then, but I'm happy to scoot this class up a little bit timing wise. I don't think it would hurt anybody. All right, here. Where is my, here's a line of action. All right, let me share this. And let's get our sketch on. As usual, remember, we're just doing the best we can. You might find this is easier or harder than last week. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna do all genders. We're gonna do adults. We're gonna do all the same length. We'll do 60. Really, this is just to get us warmed up and out of whatever zone we were in and into the zone of kind of paying attention to drawing. So there we go. Ah, I love these. The vintage porn, so sweet. Also kind of nice, soft photos. Next week, we're going to talk about foreshortening and how to handle it. That may feel intimidating to you, but I actually think you will love that lesson. It's very practical.
What is it, Leah?
Foreshortening.
I don't know what that means.
When things come towards you, like how her legs are coming towards you in this picture and her body's going away from you.
Oh, okay.
So how to handle that. I think you'll love it. Oh yeah, I can already feel it. It's funny, I never let myself do charcoal, but I gotta say, I love it so much. For me, the pencil has never been where it's at. Whoa. That one's funky. Very funky chicken. Usually, Billy, you'll have this feeling like, oh shit, how do I draw that?
Yeah.
It's involved in shortening. You'll be like, well, shit. I don't even know what to do with that.
I'm feeling it.
Love that because you'll know it when you see it. I mean, these are all fairly straightforward right now, but you'll have ones where you're like, how the hell am I supposed to draw that? So the answer is
just try.
We'll use the laws of foreshortening. Mariana, do you remember the foreshortening lessons? They're actually kind of fun. Like this. This is a great foreshortening example. How the hell do I handle that? I do have to say, I've been using this site a long time, and I appreciate. There's some photos that have been on it a long time, and you'll notice them and recognize them. But I appreciate that they're adding on new bodies where it's really kind of hard to tell. Is this person masculine? So interesting to look at like these bodies and be like, I don't know, is this masculine? Is this feminine? It's kind of interesting. Oh, I see. He's leaning against the wall. Yeah. How the hell do I do that? Well, actually, that's pretty straightforward.
No, it's not.
As you know, that's not as crazy as it can get. Right, I know it's all a matter of perspective, right? But I do think you'll like it. There is a kind of fantasticness. There is a point where certain positions just challenge so much about what you know that you like just drop everything. Like your left brain has no idea how to handle it, so it just shuts up. And the technique really helps. Billy, is it snowing there? And
oh, it's so cold. Yes, it's snowing and it's -19 this morning.
Oh my God. We're all freaking out in Portland because we have 8 inches of snow and it's like 29.
we had 6 feet up at the cabin last weekend.
Oh my, were you out there?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It was beautiful, but yeah. And then negative.
And then negative.
I'm tired of inside recess.
It's too cold for the Montana kids to go out.
Oh, well, they don't go out if it's below 0. So.
Well, apparently in Washington, D.C., it was 80 degrees today. So I know, right? It's usually, and Mariana, I'm assuming it was sunny and beautiful in Texas as usual.
It's not. It's hot and humid.
It's hot, but it's not cold.
But it's not pretty. It's all foggy.
It's all foggy. Interesting. All right, last one.
Today was a really good day for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the weather today. It's really good. I don't know what my mom was thinking about. Today the weather was too good.
Are you listening to him?
Sort of. What's he saying?
I don't know what my mom is talking about. The weather was perfect today.
You like it hot, huh, Victor?
Yeah, and down here building my Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have a right to that opinion. Okay, after this. Boy, her hair is like one whole shape, isn't it? Like a dark. All right, let's stop. Okay. I love these drawings. I just love the charcoal. You see how kind of rich For me, it works better. I can always feel my stuff is more fluid. I don't know if anybody has, when you see my pencil sketches, they're definitely kind of stiff and not very good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let's see. Go ahead and just hold up what you got. Show me something that you like.
Not much.
Up a little bit, up a little bit. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Not loving it.
That's nice. They're good. Let's see yours, Mariana. Which is one that you like?
I made them together because I didn't want to waste so much paper.
Yeah. I did the same thing. Nice. Very nice. Good. I know those two poses were really weirdly similar, weren't they? Next to each other. All right. So, Billy, you're going to watch what we do with the eraser. You are going to do with your pencil. So just watch as we get started. All right. So making sure that we're not using compressed charcoal. This is newsprint. Newsprint, you can see this is like a printer paper or drawing paper. You can see the difference. It's kind of white, it's thinner. This is a little bit rougher. Fantastic. It's fantastic paper for, it's called newsprint. I'm just looking to see if I have it. I don't know if I have any covers to show you, but newsprint is really fabulous. It's a really great way of being able to use, and here I'll come down even closer. Closer. Look, no, that's a little too close. There we go. All right. So for those of you using charcoal, go ahead and start by taking one of those charcoal sticks, those vine or grapevine, vine or willow sticks, or Bob's redwood, whatever it is you have. Go ahead and tone the paper. I broke my charcoal, toning the paper. So I'm going to tone my paper dark, and then I'm going to start with something called a kneaded eraser. I realized I didn't really have one that wasn't totally covered in charcoal. They kind of come out looking like this, but not black. They're gray. And they're stretchy. I have a kneaded eraser. It's kind of stretchy, here's a piece of one. That's not totally dirty.
How dark should we go with the background?
Yeah, like this dark. So maybe a 3.5, maybe a 4. Darkish, I would say. And remember not to use, remember, you want to make sure you can erase this stuff. So you want to make sure that you're not, oh wait, here we go. I've got new ones. Here we are. This is what this looks like. This is a kneaded eraser. I had a couple. See that? So Billy, really you just need newsprint, willow, or grape.
And the brand doesn't matter?
What?
The brand doesn't matter?
I mean, no. I have this fabulous brand I'll recommend to you. I'll send it across that I really love. Bob's Redwood. The redwoods are really great. And then a kneaded eraser.
Okay.
Right. I knew I had one. Okay, so let me see. The question is, can I get it?
All right.
Hold on here. I'm gonna cut the. Swear to God, the most basic things. No charcoal pencils. That's what a lot of people come to this class wanting to use. Charcoal pencils, I'll show you. This might have been in my drawer too long. There, here we are. All right, here we go. I'm getting the plastic off this thing. All right. So, well, okay. So we're going to do the same thing that we've always done, right? With our figures. We're going to start by checking the top and the bottom of the head. That's a little bit tricky here because her head's kind of hidden. So let's say that her head goes up to the top of her arm here. Okay. We can't really see the top of her head because it's covered by her arm. So let's presume. I'm looking for something. Oh, well, I could use the charcoal, I suppose. No. So let's say top of the head is here, bottom of the head is here, right? So how many heads down is she? Let me bring this closer so you can really see it. I'm going to see if you guys can tell me this morning or this afternoon or this evening. How many heads down is she? If the first head is like.
Including the head or excluding the head?
What's that?
Including her head or excluding the head?
Including her head.
Okay.
Good question.
Six or seven.
It's going to be one or the other.
I'm leaning towards 7.
All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd say 6.5. We're actually in between. Not bad, Billy. Notice that just like a lot of our other figures, when the figure is standing, that the second head is usually kind of around the chest or breast area. Sometimes it's up here. And the third, let's see, 1, 2, 3, is usually around the belly button, which in this case is here. 1, 2, 3. But because she's curved funny, the fourth one, which is usually at crotch level, is below crotch level, right? 1, 2, 3.
I have 7.
Might be, let me do, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're right. 6. Oh, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God, it's 8.
Yeah, 7.
Because of her foot down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. From the top to the bottom, this is 8. This is divided into 8 equal sections. So if you're using your pen, your pencil, you're going to, of course, mark out the head randomly. And then using that measurement, right, you're going to go down 7 more times. So 1, I am doing this with my eraser. So Mariana, if you're using your charcoal, which I believe you are, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, damn, all the way 8. 1, 2. Let's go up just a little bit. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Amazing. So Billy, you're going to do that with your fingers, right, with your pencil, just leaving
Right.
And then if I draw like a line kind of straight down from here, let me use my ruler for that. That's the edge. Where is my ruler? Yeah. If I draw a line kind of straight down from where her head is, let's see where things kind of lie. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So here's what's on this side of the line, and here's what's on the other side of the line. I always find that really helpful. This is what we call the plumb line, right?
Right.
drop it down, kind of what's directly below her chin. So her chest is this way. Her waist is over here. Her pelvis is kind of half and half. And then her legs kind of move over here. So as you're doing this, you can also, with your pencil.
Can you send that one, Leah, to the chat?
You want me to take a look at it?
No, to take a photo of the lining, the plumbing line.
Yep, absolutely. Let me do that. That's a good idea. Sorry, I know this makes everybody a little dizzy. I find it hard to figure out how to turn my camera off on my phone. Come here, you. It usually does it itself. Oh, no, you don't, do you? There we go. Okay. Let me take a picture of this. There we go. Does that get everything? Did I get it? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be very helpful, right? In sort of locating where things are. And then as usual, I'm going to come back here. Here we go. As usual, I can come back up here. Now, Billy, like I said, you're using your pencil, but we are using our erasers
That's
to
the
get,
pencil.
right?
Yeah.
The gesture lines in. And I can use the heads, right, to kind of determine where these all sit. The heads like that. And then kind of the chest. Wow, really? I see, right. Head is like that. Chest is like that. Down. I'm working kind of small. I can see that the chest is kind of over on this side. One, two, three. Right. The gesture comes down like that. The hip line comes like that. And then the legs come back over here. And this leg kind of comes down like that. That's all right. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can also do things like see like how many heads is it wide over here. It's basically one head tall. There's about a little bit less than one head across. So over here, I want to check and make sure I haven't gone too wide. Right. So you're already able to see the mark making looks different. In my mind, it looks more forgiving. That's not true for everybody. It's true for me. And then you can sketch, you can start by sketching in, or if you have an eraser, you can start erasing out the light shapes. Basically, shape by shape. If you need to do more drawing, you totally can. Right? Outside shapes of things. But I'm actually starting by erasing out the lights. It's really wild. Can you already see that she's kind of coming out a little bit? And the lights here are dramatic, right, on purpose, because I want you to be able to see these. And I get to go back in and start adding in darks with the edge of my charcoal. So what this will do, if it's doing the job right, is absolutely force you to look at things differently. Kind of lost it a little bit. Yeah, there we, oh yeah, look at it. Look at how quickly this image is coming out. So much more quickly than when we use the pencil, right? It's just like, oh, it's so tedious. Okay. Maybe I want to erase out a little bit. So I'm basically going back and forth with my eraser.
Oh my, I lost you. I'm lost.
You're lost?
Yeah, I stopped watching you and you are, I stopped watching you and now.
And now I'm going far ahead, right?
What do you do after erasing? Sorry, I didn't see you for 1 minute.
Putting in the darks.
Okay. So, okay. So you erase and then?
I erase the lights.
Uh-huh.
And then I put in the darks.
And then made a line on the white or not?
What's that?
The line that you made on the white?
I'm following the line to figure out where to put the different,
okay.
right? That's
Yeah.
why we do that. That's the only reason we do that. It looks far along, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. It's like you have been working for hours.
Yeah, but you know, it's been like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. See, Billy, this is when you're like, I have to get charcoal.
Yeah, I'm not where you are.
You wouldn't be. You won't be. Because you can't be. Because this is the beauty of this medium. I'm eventually adding in contour lines around the outside, but that's not until, you know, fairly late into the process. Yep, there we go. So you're always following. So pull this up, and if you want to, I'm going to stop here because I feel like I want you to be able to get a good look at this. I can even bring it down a little lower. How low can I get? And I have another one of her underneath that won't have the marks. But work to keep, you know, head by head, you can see what's on this side and what's on that side. And you know that I'll be able to check. Yeah, I know. How long has that been working? Like 10 minutes? I mean, really not long at all. It's a little ridiculous. And in fact, I'll be right back. You guys, I'm going to grab a. Oh my gosh, we are such wimps here. When you guys think you have the measurements, send them over.
Oh,
Oops, sorry, wait a minute.
beyond that.
Sorry about that. There we go.
Well, I went beyond measurements. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm doing you too.
You'll probably tell me to erase now.
It does happen. If you send it over, I'll take a look at it from here. Okay. Okay. So the first thing I see here, hold on. I'm going to make some notes and then I'm going to make some marks on your paper. Yeah.
I think I lost the neck.
Well, the neck is in the, it's, you know, the neck is between the two armpits, really. It's between the two armpits.
Okay.
You can see it, right? So what I want to see. Okay. Something. 1, 2. So Billy, you need to go take a look here. I'm going to show you. You need to go further out here.
Okay.
10. So at the bottom of this head, you should be 1 head to the right.
Oh yeah, it's too
on
narrow.
the side, right?
Yeah.
So that will help you kind of get back into it, I think. And you've got her leg right on, really, most of her leg is over here.
I can't see your picture for the legs.
Yeah.
Well, it's just really, really light.
Well, here, this are the legs. Right? The legs are all over here.
Okay, I couldn't see the back. Oh, I didn't see the part. Okay.
There you go. So that's the kind of outer shape so that you can see it. I know it's a little tricky to see. It's kind of hard to see even in the picture without the lines, but that's the basic outline. There you go.
Okay.
And then that will, you're still trying to kind of straighten her up here, right? Have her be more like this, but really she's more angled. So I think once you realize how much is over here,
Okay.
I'll help.
Okay.
How you guys? Good job as always.
Mine is a disaster. I'm gonna send it, but
I'll take a look as well. Don't worry.
I feel like all is wrong and I'm lost.
That's why I'm here. To keep you from going too far off the ridge.
It's like flat. I don't understand what I did.
Here to give you a headache and also to help you from going too far off the rails. Send it over. Let's see.
I know I have lost the marks because I erased too much and did too much.
5, 6, 7. So number 1, she's 8 heads down.
8?
Right? 8 heads down, not including her head, not 7. So that's part of the problem.
So we said, didn't we say 8?
We said 8. You have her at 7.
Oh, okay.
That's why she doesn't look right. But also, you're not paying any attention to the darks. So you've drawn this outline that's kind of, you've drawn this outline. So what I think you should do, Mariana, is literally, here, I'll show you. I'm going to have to remove this for a second so I can draw on Mariana's thing. So you guys take a look at the picture that I sent across WhatsApp for a second. So I really think this is what you need to do. You need to draw this line. So terribly. Right? you need to draw this line down the middle with your eraser and mark the heads so you can see where everything is. Head one. Wait a minute. Head two. Head three. Head four. Head five. Head 6, 7, head 8. And then check things like where, oh wait, here, hold on. And then I've got even more edits here. And then check at head 1, how wide is it here? These are the same width. Here. Right. So you're not far.
No, but I think I'm going to start all over again because I
think that's a good idea. I think what happens is you do it the way you do it and it doesn't really help you.
I got lost with because I had to erase, I got lost with the marks. That's what
Yeah. So mark the marks in chalk if you want to. Mark them with charcoal. If you lose them, mark them back in.
Okay.
You can mark them back in, because we can get rid of that too. Yeah, start over. But the nice thing is, like, now starting over doesn't feel like so terrible, right? Because
anyway.
yeah, it doesn't feel so terrible because you're using charcoal. So you're kind of quickly moving through even the mistakes. We're like quickly moving through the mistakes. It's kind of funny, like how quickly that can happen. All righty. So there she is, back up again. Can you guys see her? Yeah.
Alrighty.
There we go. And look at these. So you start by, like looking at these light shapes. And then you can color in the dark shapes. So really, you thought we were going for a long time and you missed a lot, but really I wasn't doing, right, Billy? I wasn't really doing that much. I just was literally going, it didn't take that long. You didn't miss that much. It was just the light and dark shapes, which is oh dear, I got that one a little wet. Well, anyway. And once you've all got your proportions correct, I will flip this over. I did get her a little bit wet.
All right, I'm gonna have you look at it again, Leah. I don't know.
This should be easier than the one we did last week. Good Lord, the one we did last week was obscenely difficult. And you all did great.
What? Don't look at her legs. I didn't do her legs.
Didn't do her legs. Okay, got it.
I was just focusing on the top end of her.
On the top end. All right, let's take a look.
Okay.
Oh yeah, better.
Better?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll work on her legs now.
Yeah. I mean, her boob is not hanging, is it? Yeah, her boob is inside this. Just watch this and look at this line here. No, it doesn't match.
Oh.
See that? You have it just kind of ending there.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. I'm just trying to show. Her boob is on the inside of that.
Okay.
Inside that. It's not sticking out.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of her rib cage you can see there. And you'll really see, right, these. I mean, that shape is just crazy, that dark. Good job, you guys. You're doing it. I can't believe you two show up for this after a long day of work to basically have me push you hard. So I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me like work with. I might have slightly masochistic tendencies. But I do hope you're learning, right? Like we're learning a lot as
I'm learning.
yeah, it's amazing, right? So this is what I did with Emma, Billy, for 10 years. Like it's really not like, I mean, she did come to me fairly talented, but like this is what I taught her.
Right.
This thing. I'm shocked at how little any of her fellow art students know this. Most of them, she said, don't.
No. Well, I took every art class in high school and I didn't learn any of this.
Right?
I mean, granted, it was a long time ago.
I'm not surprised. And it's fun, isn't it? It's like very.
But even in college, I took several art classes in college and I didn't get any of this.
Yeah. Yeah, Americans don't really know how to teach art. It really is a sad state of affairs. American art schools really aren't very good at it. There are people here who can teach it well, but you kind of have to seek them out.
Yeah.
And I had to go to Eastern Europe to find a little bit of instruction that helped me. And then I had to figure some things out on my own because I just couldn't get anybody to explain it to me. So that's like, that was even more, you know, I'm like, oh my God.
I can't tell the darks and the lights on the legs, Leah.
Well, don't worry about what you can't see. Focus on what you can see.
Just what I can see.
Yeah. And if you have gotten to the point where you think you have everything, you can also switch over. You can switch over to this. I just don't think you guys are great. I don't think you've all.
At least see the shape better on that one. Hold on, leave it there.
Well, you have it on the thread. So you can also
okay.
Thread. I put it up at the very beginning of class, so you can also pull that up on the thread. So use this for measurements, and then I want to keep it up for just a little while longer before I take it down. And then you can look at the one I sent you for use the WhatsApp, but you can see it easier that way.
Okay.
This silly dumb cat. Well, I'm thinking about it. I'll send it. Yeah, I like to say this kind of instruction means that anybody can do it, but you have to, but that doesn't mean it's easy. It just means it's doable, right? And you can do it. But it requires kind of a lot of concentration and heavy thinking and retraining your brain. And that's the thing that's the hardest part, I think, is just to like stop the brain from going. So who are your students, Billy, who come, are they young? Are they? Are they?
One's a two or third graders, and one's a second grader. So there's 7 and 8.
And they come to do pottery with you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, how fun is that?
It is a blast, actually. They're very free and not scared of it.
That is why kids, it's fun to do art with kids. They aren't afraid, but they do lack the discipline. So if things don't go their way, they can lose it, right? They have to. But they also are like, yes. But I think adults are more afraid to start. I don't think kids are afraid to start. Kids are afraid to go on when things aren't working out the way they want.
Right.
They kind of lose their little minds over that.
Mm-hmm. And then on Mondays, I have a middle school girl, and I have a 6th grader.
Just in the garage there?
No, I have a studio now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm actually in it here. So
really? Oh,
yeah.
Look at that. So Billy, you're going to retire soon and just be able to go into your 3rd career?
I would love to, but I'm not ready yet. I don't know.
Well, you're
I'm
pretty.
waiting for it to feel right. And
you're not sick of teaching.
Not
you're not sick of being in the school system yet, are you? It's amazing.
Well, that's the thing I'm most sick of. But I love going down there and having the connection with the students.
Yeah.
So, but I think this could definitely be something I did, but it would have to be after school and evenings.
Yeah.
So
I've always had this fantasy that you and Emma will one day open like a little pottery / art / school / teaching thing.
that would be a blast.
Yes, we've talked about it often.
Yeah. So
did you know, Mariana, that Billy is Emma's mom, Emma Bergman, who taught Procreate?
Yeah, I think they were together once in a class.
Oh yeah,
that was in the class. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
I learned a lot.
I've always thought it would be so neat for you guys to run that. I think Great Falls I think it would do well in Great Falls. There's probably a ton of storefront property that's not being used.
Mm-hmm. Getting Emma to move back to Great Falls will be a challenge.
That will be pretty hard.
Yeah. He calls it G-Funk.
Well, let her gallivant around for a bit and then
I think maybe she'll come
back. You're one of her favorite people, Billy. So that
might help. Okay.
I think you're like one of her best friends as far as I know.
Yeah. But yeah, she's always like, couldn't you just leave G-Funk, Mom? I'm like, oh gosh, no, honey, that's where we're I think she just needs to get out and see what else is out there.
Yeah. And then
we'll
come
see.
back.
Yeah, and maybe she won't, and maybe she will. But my worry is she's going to go to Italy and never come home.
Oh, she might.
I know.
She might fall in love with an Italian.
I know. She might meet some cute guy over there. I know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But I'm excited. She's going next spring. So
that's so great.
Yeah.
So is she doing that to learn Italian, or is she doing that to do art stuff?
She's doing it for art. Mm-hmm. They have a semester over there through the art department.
Oh my God. So she can learn Italian too.
Yeah, so she get to go to, I think they go to Florence, they go to, she told me to, like 2 weeks they go to one place and then they move and they go to another place and then they move and go to another place.
We have a student in Milan and one in Rome. So she should tell me when she goes and maybe they'll meet up with her.
Oh yeah, that would be good. I know she's going to Rome for a little while. So yeah, definitely.
I'll put her in touch with Natalie, and Francesca is also fantastic. Francesca's in Milan. Really makes me want to go to Milan, and loves Milan and sort of, so anyway, I think that's neat because Milan is one of those cities. I mean, you think about it for fashion, but you don't really, but it's beautiful, of course, like everywhere in Italy.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
So it'll blow Emma's mind, honestly. I mean, like there's so much old, like important art there. Good for her.
Yeah, so it'll be fun for her.
Good. Oh my God, she'll be so popular. Like blonde and very sweet. And oh God, really, she's never coming back.
I know. I don't know
Never
if she's gonna come back.
Never come back. They'll love her over there. Well, if worst comes to worst, you can definitely have a place in Italy to visit then. There you go.
Wouldn't, you know, that wouldn't be the worst thing ever, would it?
Mm.
Well, definitely go visit. I want to go when she's over there. So
Oh, yeah. Have you been?
never.
Oh my God, it will blow you. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
Italy is amazing.
I think it'll be exciting. So
How's it going, everybody? Did you send stuff? Here, let me take a look. Send anything? Okay, yeah. There we go. Yeah, going along. Over here, guys, make sure you've got the width as wide on this side as it needs to be. Let's see, the width here. Is just a little bit less than the length of the.
are you measuring from the plumb line or her belly button?
From the plumb line.
Line.
From the plumb line. I use the plumb line for everything. So her belly button is, I see you're good. I see you've got a plumb line there. Plumb line is so helpful, isn't it? It just seriously, what's under the chin? Part of the trickiness of this pose is how contorted how like twisted she is, right? She's really forcing her upper torso to our right, which means the hip is automatically jutting out to the left.
Yeah, that it was so difficult for me was to get that shape right.
Yeah, it's tricky to get that. One of the ways of thinking about it is to notice that when here, this is kind of a neat thing to see. Sketch this in. If the shoulder girdle is going this direction, notice how, this is what we call contra costa. So you see is because of the way our spine is connected to the spine is loose and fluid, right? It moves. And then these are the stiff things, the pelvic and the shoulder blades. So if the shoulders go this way, the pelvis goes the other way. I'll show you this in a second. So it's like this goes one way, this goes the other way. Almost working like a vanishing point. Looking to see if I have anything. I have something. That shows how that happens. It always happens. Let me see if I can show the hip kind of pushing out. Really don't move. You. Awesome. I'm finding all kinds of things I thought I had lost, but just had piled up one on top of the other. No, it doesn't show it. Take a little. This is like, take a very quick break to look at these, how the figure basically moves. Can you see how as this goes one way, this goes the other? Here, down, here, there. I'll send a picture of this across the thread so you guys can see what the body's actually doing. Yeah. You can see it here from the back too. Here's another sketch. Oops, sorry, where you can see it. See how shoulders go up, hip goes down. They kind of like go in reversal all the time. And this is even better. I'll send over pictures of this. You can see how the body is always doing this. It's kind of, because of the way we're built, it's kind of always reversing. Mm-hmm. Oh. When we're out of class, I'll send those over. I don't want to take this away from you now.
medio corté las cosas.
No, you're not going out. I know you want to, but you're not. I can probably swap over this one. So you can start to see some of the things that are happening better. I mean, number one, look at this. Her foot is like a little hard to see, but her foot is huge. That's her foot. And here's foot number two. Her foot is like as big as her head. Hey, Billy, is it okay if I just bill you on Venmo?
Yeah, please.
Let's
Yes.
just that way. It's
Yeah.
easy.
And you, what is the punch card? Yeah, do that one.
What's that?
Do a punch card for me.
Oh, you want me to do a punch card for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to
Yeah.
just do 10 then, and then in advance, and then I'll just keep track of them?
Sure.
To get the punch card, you need to pay 10 in advance. So, all right, I'll bill you for the whole 10, and then you know what? If I can bill you for the 10, then I can enter you. I can totally put it in on the back end. So I could do that.
Didn't quite follow that, but okay.
All right. No, yes, no, I'm sorry. Because I was half talking to myself thinking, how do I do that? Yes, I will bill you for 10. And then I'll keep track of how you use them. Then we don't have to just keep going back and forth like this all the time.
Sounds good.
For a chunk. And don't worry, you can use them for whatever. Emma can use them too. Well, I don't really charge Emma for anything anymore. But you can use them for whatever you want, whenever you want.
Okay.
If you decide you want to try something else. I kind of recommend everybody take a class with Lotto. He's so fun. Isn't he, Mariana? Kind of a blast. He's such a blast.
I love him. He really, I finished that class with so much joy. I have been unable to make it though this year.
Do you know he has class on Monday night too? Is that too late for you?
Oh,
yeah.
About that.
Pay attention to it.
But it's at 8 my time, right?
At 8, at 7 your time.
7 my time or 8?
7.
Oh, that will work.
On Monday nights, it's a beginning drawing class, but it's all just the same for him. It's a beginning drawing class on Monday nights. Starts at 7 your time, 6 Billy's time, 5 my time. Yeah, and not very many people are going, so I'm getting ready to cancel that if we don't get more attendance. So you should come, because then you really.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea, because finally on weekends I was trying my best to go, but it's gonna be impossible.
Yeah, Yeah, have fun. Yeah, like have fun. Do the Monday night class.
Yeah.
Yeah, teaches on Sundays and Mondays. Take advantage of that while it's still happening. I mean, if I can get more people to attend that, I will, but I struggle to get people to come on.
It's just Mondays, you know, people don't want to, that's, it's just that it's a Monday, I guess.
Hmm.
No?
I just think people don't know. You didn't, you know, even though I've said it. And I was actually thinking I might, for the March newsletter, kind of do a focus on him so people know how many classes that he teaches. But
That's a good idea.
yeah. Anyway, he's doing 2 right now, and they're great. I don't know how long they're going to be happening, but definitely the Sunday one will stay because it's blowing up in a really good way. And Billy, you ought to try him once. I think you'd find him really fabulously entertaining.
I'm gonna have to do it in the summer.
Yeah. Yes. Summer's a perfect time. He's trying to get me to go to Ithaca now to teach a workshop, like to organize an in-person workshop there. And I'm like, oh, dude, not this summer, maybe next summer. We're actually experimenting. I'm experimenting with Carista Trask here in Portland to do, we're thinking about trying to do a week-long workshop, an art making and sort of spiritual health workshop on the Oregon coast. Okay, guys, why don't you stop wherever you are and send me so I can take a look. It's okay if it's still in the awkward stage. It's okay.
I'm loving mine.
You're good.
I thought it wouldn't work.
I know it's that's the beauty of charcoal, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
magical.
magically appears.
Oh, great, Billy. Wonderful. There you go. There you go. That's looking fabulous.
Thank you.
I love it. So I want you to look at a couple of just a couple of areas that if you and she looks like she has one of those like supermodel, you know, like superhero things going on. I kind of love it. So there's a couple of areas I want to point out to you. I'm going to show them on the screen. Look at, so there's a plane change. Let's see, how do I mark this? I'm going to do it like this. Here, here. There's an area here, and then an area here, and then an area here, and then it comes out. So do you see how I've got these little spikes kind of sticking out to the side?
Yes.
And there's a shift.
Yes.
So if you can't, so you can see that you've got her kind of leaning into, you've got her kind of, I mean, listen, I'm just.
No, I see it.
Right. I mean, I'm struggling to find anything that's problematic. So if that makes you feel better, that's really how it's working. I love how you got the hand here. I love this mark making. If you want to, you can try and put a few marks for her face as well. And then let's see here. This area needs to be wider. So look where, here's where this leg starts and ends. That's all one leg, right? It kind of blocks us from seeing the knee in the back.
Got it. Okay.
So look at how thick that is. It's probably twice as thick as what you've got there. But those are easy fixes, right? Because your measurements are good. So those are easy fixes. How fun. It's fun, isn't it? And then look how far down her leg. Her foot goes a little bit farther than you think it should. This foot, this is her foot. It's a little hard to see, but this is her foot on this size. This is the size of it. If you compare it, it's the size of her head.
Okay.
the distance from her head, the way we've decided to measure it. It's that big.
Okay. At her ankle down.
Yeah, this is her ankle right here. And there's like kind of that back part of her feet are a bitch. We will spend some time. Once we do foreshortening, maybe I'll move us to hands and then we'll do feet. And then we'll try to put it all together. Very nice. Do you want to, Mariana, do you want to send it over?
I did.
You did? How am I not seeing?
Did her ankle start at that last measurement?
Her ankle start. Let's see.
You got the ankle wrong.
Yeah, I think her ankle starts at the last foot.
My ankle's too low. Okay.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
It's really hard to see.
Okay.
All right, it's looking good, Mariana. So push the darks. Oh yeah, there you go. Push the darks. Push the darks darker.
Okay.
See how dark they are and dramatic. So this dark is not really the same as this dark. It's darker here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can push your darks on this on this right side, on what's our side, kind of like you have down here with the feet.
Yes.
See her really start to pop.
Okay.
And look at the dark up here as well. Billy, you can do that as well. You
Which
can
one?
do dark shape here.
Oh,
See that?
yeah.
That's another dark we can add in to really show the drama. Nice. Very good. Good job, you guys. Hey, you're going to get out early at this rate. That's charcoal, though. That's really charcoal for you. Although Billy's still working in pencil, but next week.
I will have the supplies.
Yes. I'm gonna email you. I'm just trying to think of the quickest way to do this. I'm going to do this right now. If I don't do it right now, I will forget. I kind of thought about it. Oh, shit. Okay, there we go. Great. Okay, so you guys are still, you still see her. Yes. Okay. There's the drawing supply list. I wonder if I could just send this to you. Ah, yeah. I'll just email it over to you. This is pencil, ink, and charcoal supplies, but they're
Okay.
it's all in one, but the charcoal is on the second page. It has a picture of everything. And here we go. There we go.
Yep, I got it, Leah. Thank
Great.
you.
You got it. Fabulous. All right. Let's just work for a few minutes. I'm going to let you guys go a few minutes early because I feel like you got it. So let's just make our last fixes and then we can go off about our day. Yeah, Mariana, I figured you'd like the drama of this pose. It's a very dramatic.
Yeah.
Just like throwing herself back. Yes. So next week we're gonna deal with foreshortening. And we will work with acrylic if you've got it, or charcoal if you've got it, or pencil, it doesn't matter. I think you will find that actually foreshortening is one of the best lessons in this section. I really find it to be, there's a lot to grab onto. I mean, in figure drawing, there's a lot to grab onto in general. There's a lot of technique that if you know it and you can grab onto it, right? And like make your drawing better. But foreshortening is the best. Billy, did you get your hair cut?
No, I straightened it.
Oh, it's cute.
Thank you. I just, yeah, once in a while I'll actually straighten it instead of leave it curly.
Yeah.
So
like it.
I throw my students when I do it.
I bet. It's a very different, it's definitely a very different look.
Yeah. They thought I was a sub the first time.
Oh, really? Well, they're little.
That's cute. Yeah.
Cute.
Well, eventually when I turned around and talked, they knew it was me. But when they first came in, they thought they had a substitute.
Oh, that is so cute.
Mm-hmm. No, you got me.
That's adorable. Yes, let's just work for 5 more minutes and then we'll call it a night. Ooh.
Next week, Leah, could you focus a little bit on planes more for me?
Yeah.
I feel like that would help.
He's all right. That is what foreshortening is all about. When you say planes, do you mean like
what you showed me on this side?
Yes, how these things shift?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that will also help is this worksheet. If you look at planes, here, hold on. This guy is also really helpful for looking at planes. This sketch, because it shows you where the sides are, where things turn around. But yeah, it has to do planes at the level that I was showing you planes. That has to do a little bit more with bones and muscles. Okay. So how bones and muscles shift the direction of things, right? Like here we can see her rib cage, and then there's a muscle stretched over the rib cage. And then here there's like the rib cage stops. And then there's this kind of free float, right? We've got the spine in the back, but we've got no bones in the front until we get over to here, where the pelvic sits. So every time there's like kind of a bone sticking out in places, that's like where that's a very obvious plane change, right? Sometimes it's a muscle kind of stretching across and causing things to push that way. But this thing, which I also showed you, so I'm going to send you a couple of things. These ideas are also pretty central, right? Mm-hmm. Here, you can kind of see it. This is a really good sketch. You can really see the shift in plane. Here, there. You can see the simplified to the more complex. This is when Michelangelo got to this stage in his learning. He was about 14. This is when he bribed a parishioner, a parish priest, to let him sneak into the church at night where the poor dead bodies were kept, which is where the church kept them, and cut them open so he could see what was going on. 14. And then he would Can you imagine being 14 and sneaking into a church and slicing open dead bodies to like see the muscular church? That was insane. And then he like would splash wine on himself so he didn't sound, he didn't smell like dead body. So he'd come home and his father would just think he was a drunk loser, which was pretty much his whole life. What Michelangelo's father thought of him as a drunk loser.
Oh,
I know, right? Don't worry, he had plenty of acclaim, just not from his dad. All right, let's, I'm gonna pull this down. Let's hold them up. I didn't work on mine very long. I kind of think mine is the least developed of all. Oh, very nice. Look at how those darks. Oh, these are fabulous. Please send me pictures when you feel like you're done with them.
okay.
You might feel like you're done with them now. Send me a picture. I'd like to post these. These are great. And yeah, great work tonight, ladies. Excellent. Excellent. I love teaching. This is my favorite thing to teach. Thanks. You guys are fabulous students. So you make it easy.
Well, thank you. I'm learning a lot.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks. Send me.
Okay.
I will. Will do.
Okay.
You got it.
Bye.
Bye.